Hi again. Welcome to the new set. It's not exactly what I thought it would be, but I hope you like it. So this is the new permanent thing, and I'm pretty sure it'll never change again. So this is the Wednesday video. Normally I do story updates for Wednesday videos, but I don't have any. My writing is kind of at a standstill, so yeah. I do have some plans. You know, I make plans that I can't even act on. Like if I wanted to, I can't even act on them for the foreseeable future. I'll make ways for them to happen, but I gotta lead up to that, you know? Some more confirmed characters, but, you know, I don't want to spoil it. I just want to, you know, because we're not even going to see them for a while, because, like I said, I have to lead up to their introduction, and still yet, unless you know them by their real name, you're not going to know them. So, moving on. What is this video then? It's a review of an app that I got recently, and for some reason it's gaining a lot of popularity. It's starting to get somewhere, and that's why I want to do this review. And I'm in love with this app. That's the other reason why I want to do it. So the app is called BitLife, and it's like a life simulator. It's like The Sims, but I shouldn't put it in the same category. There's a lot of things you can do in this game that you can't do in The Sims. And that makes me really happy because I thought The Sims was the pinnacle of life simulators. And this has blown me away. There are so many options. You can work on your mind and body, you can meditate, go to the library. I mean, there's a library in The Sims, but, well, there's a gym too, but the gym isn't, like, the gym is a separate thing from meditation. There's a gym, but there's also meditation, so I don't think you can even meditate in The Sims. You can kill people. Which is something you definitely can't do in The Sims. And the weird thing is they map out a few different ways to do it. And it's kind of crazy. There's a lot of things you can do in the game that are, well, not a lot. There's like a handful. But a handful of things you can do in the game that are illegal. And, you know what, let's just open up the game. The sound effects are great too. I love that. When you open up the game, it takes a really long time for me. I don't know if that's just me, but I've seen people on YouTube play the game, and it's a lot faster for other people. Also, there's this introductory thing that all the people and all the events are fictional and randomly generated, and they're not supposed to be inspired by outside things. For example, Italy can start a war with China. That happened not too long ago in my game, because the previous year, you can go to the next year at any time, Italy accused China of having nuclear weapons. So, I don't know. You can immigrate to another country, which is something you definitely can't do in The Sims, and that's great, because now my character is living in Germany. So if we just go to activities, we can go to activities and see all these things. Adoption, you can adopt a child. You can go to the casino and play some blackjack and win some money. Crime has like a whole tab. Let's go to the crime tab. So you can burgle a home, you can steal a car, and like I said, you can kill someone, and you can pickpocket people. Another tab is doctor. You can seek an alternative doctor, like alternative medicine, or just a medical doctor, or a witch doctor as a last resort. I don't even know what that is. The last time I tried to use the witch doctor, what was wrong with me? I forget. Oh yeah, my person caught HIV. My character had unprotected sex with a one-night stand, and he got HIV. And I took him to this witch doctor, and I got some sort of potion, but it didn't do anything. And like, the game didn't tell me it didn't do anything. It was just like, you drank the potion. Did it work? Did it not? It didn't say. And so I go to a real doctor, and it didn't work. I still had it, but I got it treated. But then that character died, and I started a new life, so now I'm a new person. You can go to the horse race and bet on horses, like who's gonna win the race, and probably not win. You can sue someone, and depending on who you piss off in the game, or who pisses off you, it can be anyone. And a lot of the time when I try to sue someone, no one shows up. It'll say, like, no luck. You know, like, you tap on the thing that says lawsuit, and it'll say no luck if there's no one that you can sue at the moment. You can't think of anyone to sue right now, and it'll just say that. License, you can manage your driving license, which really you only have one chance to do that. When you get your license for the first time, you use that. It's probably a different way, unless you don't do it right when you're 16. It's probably done a different way. But if you don't do it when you're 16, you can go here and manage your license and get your license. You can immigrate, like I said. Let's see what we can immigrate to, because not all the countries were there when I did this. I've done this once already. That's why I'm in Germany right now. Australia, Venezuela, Jamaica, Japan, and Portugal. That's not even all the options that was there last time. I don't know. It like fluctuates or something. Fertility. You can go to a fertility clinic. You can get sterilized, get a in vitro fertilization, or you can have a sperm donor, or sperm donation if you're playing a male. I'm playing a female. You can't even choose that. The game just spits out a character for you. And you already have family, and yeah. You can play the lottery. The odds are actually slightly more in your favor than they are in reality, which is great, but I've still never won, and I've played a bunch of times. There's an entire tab for love. The options are, you can find a date. I don't know how that works. But then there's an option for a dating app, so it's a separate thing. So why is it a thing? How do you do a date? I'll find out eventually. and maybe I'll talk about it in a future video. I should do a playthrough of this. You know, I just got BlueStacks, so if you want to see me do a playthrough of this, first off, help me with software, because I have no idea what I'm doing. You can hook up with someone and have a one-night stand, and that was fun. I've done that actually a few times in the game. You can have a threesome in the game. It's weird how sometimes your significant other in the game will be up for a threesome, and sometimes they won't. Like, the first life I played, the significant other that character had was always up for a threesome. The next two lovers that my character has had, the first and second one for my new life, they've not been interested in that, and they never, like, I guess it's against their beliefs or something. They never would do it. I tried multiple times. So there's a tab for mind and body, where you can go to the gym, go to the library, or meditate. And I recommend doing that once every in-game year, because it helps with looks and smarts. So, if you want to be successful, 3 things you need to be as high as you can have them be is looks, smarts, and money. So, get a high-paying job, get good looks, and get, what was the other one? Smarts. That was not ironic. That seemed like it would be ironic, but I didn't fake that. But with so many options, there are still tons of more options and things you can do in your free time. You can see why I am in love with this game. It doesn't really play without you, though. Like, you have to find a way to make the game keep moving. And if it doesn't, then you can just go to the next year. There's a button that it's a big plus sign and it says age. And you can use it to age up, which skips to the next in-game year. So, yeah. You have an option for job, assets, relationships, and activities, and we just looked through most of the activities. So if you go to relationships, it shows you who your family is, who your significant other is, and your pets are there too, and you can interact with all of them. And there are several options for what to do with them as well, and that's great. So more empty time spending devices, and it's great. You know, if you want to improve your relationship, you can spend some time with them. That's one option. You can take them to the movies, have a conversation, or compliment them. If I go to relationships and go to my mother, the options are ask for money, compliment, conversation, give money, insult, movie theater, spend time, and that's it. If I go to my sister, the options are ask for money, assault, compliment, conversation, give money, insult, movie theater, spend time, and squabble. I mean, siblings have less of a chance of getting along, and I can understand that, you know. I've definitely had some arguments with my sister, and it's pretty silly that that's actually there, but I mean, I can see it. It makes sense, you know. Siblings have conflicting personalities, and as kids are developing in a closed environment where, you know, you're stuck in your house, most of my childhood was spent in my house. It's not going to work out 100% of the time. There's going to be arguments, and that's adorable in a way that they put that in the game. My in-game wife, there are some different options for there as well. I can still ask her for money, but I can also have a child. Wait, that wouldn't really work out since it's a lesbian relationship. What does it even say if I say... It literally says WTF. It says WTF. You're both girls. It said WTF. This is an advertisement. What are they advertising? Between interactions, an advertisement has a chance of happening. I've actually seen this one like 30 times already. Township. Get Township. Maybe. I might do a review of Township. I've never played it. So, anyways, other choices are compliment, conversation, divorce, give money, insult, movie theater, renew vows, or spend time. So, with everyone, it's kind of similar. You know, I also have a son from this character's first relationship. It kind of failed when my character transitioned. Yeah. I got bored. I got bored, and I made my person have a sex change. And my wife, at the time, left me. And I can still interact with my son somehow, but I can't interact with my ex-wife. So that's a thing that happens in game. Like, extended family and past relationships and all that good stuff. Like, even your niece or your brother-in-law, there's no interacting with them. I have a brother-in-law, and my in-game sister has a child, and can't interact with either one of them. So, I don't understand it, but it's a thing. So, maybe they'll fix it. I don't know. Maybe they won't. If you go to the BitLife Reddit, there's actually a BitLife subreddit. It's r/BitLife app, and if you check it out regularly, you know that the creators are listening, but development has been kind of delayed. The iOS version is a lot more advanced. There's a lot more updates and a lot more things you can do, and they're trying to catch up the Android version. I'm kind of scared of that because, like, what if the current version doesn't work then? I'm low on storage on my phone. There are also things you can do with your job. You can browse other job listings, resign, or ask for a promotion. Asking for a promotion almost never works in game. I've tried it a few times, and it's never worked for me. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or if I just need to wait until I have more worth in the business. What am I? A junior environmental scientist. And I can't get a promotion. I've asked several times. What about assets? You have a tab for cars and a tab for house. Well, it actually says real estate. I have a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom for my son and wife and, it compensates for them, and that's why I needed to get it. So, it doesn't say anything more about the house than 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom. I'm gonna assume one of the bedrooms is big enough for me and my wife, and the other bedroom is for my son. But I can't, it doesn't give any information to make sure of that or not, and there's no problems that will come of that. It's not like there's a notification that'll pop up that the house is too small. I also had a house before my person moved to Germany. They were in Australia first, and I had to sell that house, and it's weird. When you sell things that you bought with your own money, and you didn't, steal, it brings up this second notification, do you want to sell this? You hit yes, and you get this other notification, do you really want to sell this? And it looks like it's not even from the game. The notification looks like it's from phone settings or something, which is, weird. If you go to cars, I have a Toyota Corolla and a Dodge Charger, and you can also shop for cars and houses at any time. If you don't have enough money, that doesn't work out, and you can't steal a house. That doesn't really work. There's not an option for that. I guess that makes sense. You can steal a car, and that's cool and everything, but I don't know. Do I want an option to steal houses? No. I don't really care. That's not really viable in the real world anyways, so that's cool, A house is a stationary thing. You can't pick it up and take it somewhere. You can take a car somewhere. So, yeah. You can take a car, you can steal a car in the game, and then immigrate to another country, and then there's no way you could ever get caught. There would ever be backlash. There would never be a repercussion for that. Well, after you steal it, there's no repercussions if you steal it successfully. Do I like that? I don't know. One of the options in the activities bar is to go clubbing, which you can go to a strip club and have some drinks, and you can become an alcoholic that way. I did that, and I became an alcoholic, and the next in-game year, I was pulled over for a DUI, and it doesn't really say anything about you being an alcoholic except for consequences from it. I don't know. This video is getting too long, but I've basically just been saying the features, and hopefully this will make you consider the game. I absolutely love it. Okay, and that is my review. There are things that can be improved upon, and people know this, and people are talking about this on the subreddit that I mentioned. So, if you want to get in on that, go to that subreddit and talk about things that you see as a problem, and maybe you'll actually get a response from the developers. They're probably swamped with messages, though, so I don't think it would be appreciated if it did get through. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. They are listening to the community, so that's a plus. They actually care about the fans, so that's a plus. But anyways, 5 stars. My inner perfectionist wants me to give it 4 stars because it can be better. But 5 stars because it's amazing. So, get the game, and you will enjoy it, I promise. And if you want me to do some playthroughs on the channel, First, I need to figure out how to do software. Maybe you can help with that, dear viewers. I don't know. But let me know in the comments if you want some playthroughs, and we can work on stuff. I will see you next time, and peace.